You're listening to the Arcane Focus Network. Previously on Star Raiders, you guys just hear a burst of automatic gunfire. From all of these points all around the ship, they pop out, they all open fire at you.
Guys, we're outnumbered. I think we should bail.
Sawbones, gotta get the cap. We gotta get out now.
Captain, are we actually retreating?
I'm still here. They're just goblins. Why are you running away? And I'm gonna squeeze the trigger, 5 damage.
Oh, dead.
They both take 15 points of fire damage.
Both of them go up in flames.
It's just you and us now, punk. It's a natty 19 for a 27.
Drops his weapon, hands up, and you guys are out of combat. So, you guys boarded the Spookfish and won the day. You defeated Captain Reeg and a few of his cronies as well, including the nasty Akata that he was keeping as a pet. And now you've tied up the remaining crew who have surrendered. So you all want to take some time to inspect the ship, but first, Ben, you said you wanted to inspect the bodies of the felled crew. So give me a perception check as you're inspecting these bodies.
Ooh. Okay, so 23. Oh, no, because I still have that 25.
Yeah, I want to search the captain, whatever his new name is. I got a 24.
All of these guys that you're searching, they're all wearing pretty tattered, nasty Aztec suit ones as their armor. They're all small size, and they've all been modified to look scary. They've, got spikes attached to them, patches, tears, that sort of thing. Captain Reeg has a survival knife, has a azimuth laser pistol, and he also has an auto-target rifle.
I want to check that out.
All of the dead goblins have something that's called a dog slicer.
Ooh.
It acts as a survival knife, but it's a pretty big, nasty-looking cleaver type thing that, and the blade has nicks taken out of it, and maybe along the top. The spine of the knife, it's got rings in it and things like that, so it kind of makes a noise when you shake it and strike people with it, that sort of thing. You speak Goblin, don't you, Astra?
Yep, yes I do.
I do too.
Yeah, so you guys would know a little bit about Goblin race and culture, that sort of thing. These guys are all equipped with unstable junk lasers, as they're known. And these are kind of jury-rigged laser weapons. They're just slapped together from all sorts of technology, and they work, but if they fail, then things can go pretty badly. Essentially, what happens if you get a natural 1 on it, it can explode like a grenade. So they're pretty haggard sort of things. They've got some batteries on them. Ben will tell you exactly how many.
Ooh, we'll need those.
Each of them has 1 battery. The Akata has nothing on it because it's a dog.
I knew it!
Oh, doesn't it have a collar?
Yes, it does. As you look closer, it's got a collar and it's got a little bone with a name engraved on it. But it hasn't been professionally engraved. It's just been scratched on.
Oh.
And you can see the bone's been fashioned out of some scrap metal, and it just says Grilac on it.
That's so sad.
Yeah, you killed this dog. Okay, and as you look around this cargo bay, you can see there's just all sorts of shit around. If you wanted to take some time, you could search the ship.
Yeah, that's the whole reason we're here.
Totally gonna do that. That's the whole reason we stormed this.
Tom, could I'm in the bridge. Could I attempt to look through the computer for a schematic, maybe not the obvious kind of schematic, but maybe the secret schematic that they've got that shows where all their hidden compartments and shit are?
Or if they were organized enough to have a manifest.
Yeah, and also while I'm here, I want to run a diagnostic on the ship to see how fucked it is and if there's any possibility of getting it moving again.
Sure. Make a computers check.
I'm gonna aid you on that. +2.
Thank you. It's 22, 24.
Great. So Burzin aided you there for a 24 total. As you get in there, it's password type thing. You get into the computer and
Admin 1.
Yeah, exactly. Or like goblins forever type thing.
Goblins rules, but with 2 Zs.
Yeah. And funnily enough, as you glance down at the console, it's actually been scratched into the desk as well, because they forget their passwords a lot. No, yeah, you get into the computer and you can see that this is a pretty standard medium-sized vessel, hauler there. As you could see from being in the actual ship, it kind of came as an empty ship. It's just a big-ass cargo hauler. There's been some small compartments added. There would be, living quarters, facilities, that sort of thing. But mostly it's just designed for, like, workhorse type of thing. Aftermarket modifications done on it to adding weapons, things like that. As far as you can see from the ship, there's no secret compartments or anything like that are listed in here. The ship has taken a significant amount of damage, and to repair it would currently be beyond your financial means. Ships in Starfinder, when they've taken damage, they're required to be repaired using UPBs. UPBs, or universal polymer bases, is a material that's used in pretty much all of the tech in this Starfinder universe, but it can also be used as a currency as well, and its value is 1-to-1 with credits. And so to repair a ship, it requires a certain amount of UPBs and, of course, time.
Could I run a diagnostic specifically on the weapons systems and find out firstly what aftermarket weapons has it had attached to it, and what are the condition of those weapons? We'll just roll over that check from before. It has. Okay, yeah. It's just got the one. So it's got a light particle beam. During the combat, the weapon systems weren't hit, which means they weren't glitching or damaged or anything like that. As far as you know, their condition is fine. Cool. I sort of, I hit, oh no, the cap's standing right next to me. I say, hey Captain, you're not going to believe this, but these guys have a perfectly functional light particle beam attached to the ship that didn't get any damage or anything like that. I'm wondering if maybe we should take a day or so to kind of take it and attach it to our own ship. That way we'd have 2 light particle beams instead of just 1.
Sure. It's a marvelous idea, Sawbones. I like where your head's at.
Have you ever done any of that sort of work, Captain? Do you know sort of what time or tools are involved?
Short answer, no. But, Astra's, she's a great mechanic, so I'm sure she'll be able to sort it out, if you know what I mean.
So yeah, it would take a little bit of time to do it, but I mean, you've got both Tiny and Astra there who know a lot about ships and a lot about this sort of thing, so it's not something that they would probably deem difficult or time consuming between the two of them.
Yeah, so seeing that I literally have lived since birth on ships, and I know a lot about smuggling ships and smuggling compartments and where people would normally put their stashes, just looking around the ship, can I find their stashes, please?
Okay, I'll tell you what I'll do. Because you're all going to take the time to properly inspect everything in this ship, I'm sure, I'm just going to go ahead and reveal the whole map for you so we can just save some time with this.
Yeah! Because I was going to start asking, like, are these things doors, Tom? Is this a door? Oh, I'm totally stealing that rug. Remember that last time where it was like, nobody took the rug? I'm totally taking the rug.
Okay, so as you can see, you explore the ship a little bit. You can see there's just directly behind the bridge, there's a mess hall and the wash closet, and then as well there's 2 sets of quarters. One of them very clearly the crew quarters. That's just a series of bunk beds and a table there that's maybe got some games, so playing some gambling, that sort of thing, some dice. And then the other quarters, which was the captain's quarters. It's quite well furnished. There's a bed, there's a computer there, a chest and a shelf that's displaying all sorts of weird trophies, spoils of war, that sort
Knickknacks.
of thing. Yeah, little strange things that, a goblin would enjoy, but to a person they're like, what? Who the hell would keep this like a soda can? Like, why do they have that? Astra, yeah, go ahead and make a perception check as you're kind of looking around through these things.
A 21?
Can I also search around for things?
Anybody who would be searching, feel free to go ahead and roll.
I'm just full rifling through the captain's quarters, as is my right. 19.
Okay, great. As you guys are having a bit of a look through and you kind of rifle through the captain's stuff there, you find a couple of cool things. You find 4 Serum of Healings, Mark 1. You find a total of 400 credits. As well, in his chest, you find a couple of cool items.
Ooh.
Yes.
You find an armor upgrade known as a quick release sheath. So a quick release sheath it's a small little compartment that you install into your armor, and it essentially holds a one-handed weapon, which you can activate it as a swift action to put the item in your hand as though you'd drawn it. So you can draw as a swift action. In addition, you also find a pair of what's known as reckless gloves. They were sitting on the shelf there next to a model of a ship. These thick leather gloves are often worn by aggressive vehicle pilots. You increase the collision DC of any vehicle you are driving by 2 and gain a +2 circumstance bonus to your piloting checks when taking the ram and run over actions.
Oh, can I have the gloves, please?
Yeah.
Enjoy. I don't. Yeah. I don't plan on piloting anything.
Can I just check what was the model of the ship?
It looks like a 1 or 2 man fighter ship, similarly decorated to what you're seeing here. So it was probably some kind of pirate fighter, that sort of thing. But it looks like it had been reinforced. So it kind of makes sense. Maybe this Captain Reeg was maybe that's how he cut his teeth, flying things like that and ramming into people. Who knows?
I'm going to take the model ship.
Nice.
Astra, as well, as you're kind of looking over this, you kind of glance over to the desk, and above it, you can see there's just a photograph sitting there with Captain Reeg and his dog, Greylock, and he's got his hand over it. They're sitting in the park, and he's smiling, and Greylock's kind of panting, looking like happy-faced dog.
I just shed a single tear down the side of my cheek and put the photograph face down on the shelf.
And then as you do that, on the back it says "Friends Forever."
Burzen, he's in the room with you. He just comes up behind. He's like, "Don't shed tears for these assholes. Just because he's got a dog doesn't mean he's a good guy.
Dog people are the best."
You heard what Sawbones said. That thing could have given you void death. Void death, Astra.
Mistreated. Misunderstood. Void monster.
No. That is a monster from the depths of the void that you don't want to mess with. Don't shed any tears.
It's pretty terrible.
No, I saw it.
Did you see the collar?
You see me? I shot that thing in the back of its head.
Oh, gosh.
Okay, and Tiny, what are you doing in this time?
Okay, so I have a feeling that they're holding out something on us because they're
100%.
Sure.
So what I want to do is I want to look at the captain's body and see if his suit has any indication of his title, like a captain badge, like a star or something. You know what I mean? Or epaulets or something that lets him be the captain. He seems like someone who would brag about it with his uniform or something to
Yeah, he's got some mismatched epaulets on his
Cool.
on his shoulders.
Can
I want
can
to
we
take
pretend
those
that he had
epaulets.
an admiral's hat?
Sure, yeah. I want to take them and I want to look over at the 3 goblins that we have here, and I'm gonna say, It looks like you need a new captain, and I'm gonna tell you, I'm ready to make that happen. As the guy who killed your last captain, I could make someone a new captain, and I would make anyone who showed me your hidden compartment captain of the crew. You would even get to choose the things that you kept. 'Cause I don't think they're that bright.
And the one who was in the bridge steps forward. That's me. I said it first. I'm the new captain.
Show me where
Captain
it is, and
Paizo.
you can be. You're not a captain until you show me where it is. I hold the captain epaulets by your own rules.
He looks at the other ones. They're like, Paizo, he's got him. He's got him. He's the captain.
3 seconds. Whoever wants it gets it.
Okay. I'll show you. It's up the back here. Come on. It's just down here. And he starts walking off
I'm happy to
towards the
walk
back
with
of the
them
ship.
because I'll just magic missile the crap out of them if they try and do anything shifty.
Sure, yeah. So he's you're kind of stepping over all the junk and shit that fell, and then you get right up to the back, towards where the engine is, and there's this stack of really old-looking crates and barrels and stuff like that. They're even in this mismatched kind of place, they're a little bit out of place.
Yeah.
Anyway, he pushes on one of them and it slides open.
Nice.
He says, "This is where we put the best stuff."
All right. You will be captain when we leave. That's my
Yeah.
tiny bishop promise to you. And I give him like a lizard wink, which is a wink from a lizard. And I want to just see what's in there.
Great. Yeah, you stick your head in, and you can see there's some small but sleek metal crates in there. There's a couple. You'd be able to reach in and pick them up.
Awesome.
As you look at them, you can see that they're marked as there's like fragile warning labels on there, and it says precision medical equipment.
Ooh, hell yeah. Grabbing some of that. I know Sawbones will be real happy.
As you guys as well are inspecting the rest of the ship, you take some time to really look around, because why not, right?
We want to scour the ship to see what we can find of value.
A lot of the stuff has been damaged, this or that, but you do manage to find quite a few intact crates of like long life rations and food and stuff like that.
We need that.
As well, you find a big stash of
Crack.
alcohol,
So close.
but like hardcore spirits type of thing. And Tiny and Astra, you guys have been around the verse a bit. You know that like these rations are like, this is as good as gold in a lot of places. Yes, you could keep them for your ship. However, if you chose to sell them, you'd probably be able to get about 1,600 credits for it. And the alcohol, you'd be able to get about 800 for that.
Could I crack open the precision medical equipment crates and see what's inside them?
Crack it on open. Give me a whatever check you think is most relevant. Could be life science,
Probably
could
medicine,
be profession.
I'd have thought, right? Medical equipment?
Yeah, medicine.
It's 24, yeah. No, 22.
Yeah, you've seen this stuff before, maybe in one of your books or journals, and it's used during operations. You'd be able to sell it probably for about 1,200 credits.
Oh,
Nice!
yeah.
So that's about everything that you guys find from here.
I'd like to go through the captain's computer just to see if he's working for himself or if he's working for someone else, and to see if he's got any other like secrets or things he was trying to hide.
So give me a computers check.
Ooh, dirty 20.
Yeah, you're able to get in. Yeah, you can see it's kind of infrequent and fairly shoddy, strangely. Like, the details are strange that he decides to keep. Captain's logs. Also, a communication that was sent only a few hours ago from somebody known as Scrax, who said that to look out for this ship because they had just received a delivery, but to be careful because he said they thinks they might have dogs with them.
Nice.
And you kind of keep on going through, and maybe you're able to piece together the information from the hauls they got, where they got like the foodstuffs from, things like that, and also where they got the medical equipment from, that sort of thing. Unfortunately, they dealt in slaves and stuff as well.
Yuck.
Over the course of the days that we're like gonna leave, like as we're preparing after we, or the day or so that it takes us to get there, like the giant, their armaments and stuff like that, and load everything up. I would love, in the past, I've come across how space goblins have been able to load spying software to track and observe other data pads and other computers and devices. And I would love to try and upload my own so I can just be aware of this ship, because I assume we're going to let them live or whatever, but I just want to, you know what I mean? In that case, in that eventuality, just upload that malicious software.
Yeah, sure. Make a computers check to see if you can hide it in there.
Ooh, no, I thought it was an 18. It was a 13, but that's a 21.
Yeah, you put it. You kind of bury the code to the best of your ability. You think it's. I think it's pretty good.
In the time it takes for us to do all this stuff, I want to contact EdgeCorp, see if I can get a salvage team out to come and salvage this ship. I would get a cut or a bonus out of that from EdgeCorp.
So as you send this communication out, you get one back that says that if the ship is legitimate salvage, then that's potential, but it would need to be salvage. Reading between the lines, They wouldn't be able to be captained by anyone, if you catch my drift.
What would the take on something like that be, roughly?
It would take a bit of time, but it'd be a fairly tasty haul.
That's highly questionable at best, and mostly despicable at worst.
You mean murdering a helpless crew to sell their effective home to make money?
All I'm saying is that, like,
We call that a no-no.
we take their helmets and vent the atmosphere. And watch their heads explode. Yeah, Burzin, he wants to make more money, but he doesn't necessarily want to murder people just for it. He sends back another email that says, "Please disregard my last."
And you guys head back onto your ship. And, to carry all the cargo over, it doesn't take that long. And to remove the weapon, you guys can get it done in, less than a day's work sort of thing. And I imagine you guys want to head straight to the sun.
We're delivering the remains of the mummy to the sun, right?
Sarcophagi to the sun.
Yeah.
You are delivering what you understand to be crates of minerals to the Vestrani Gaming Corporation on the sun.
Yeah. I don't know why they need
More
those
like
minerals.
mummy rolls, am I right?
Yeah. What?
Doesn't matter, because the deal you made was
Don't look.
ask no questions, just take it.
Make assumptions.
Yeah.
Okay.
On our way to the sun. Yeah!
We'll be safe because we're traveling at night.
So you guys are back on the ship now, and you are heading out towards the sun. Once you program in the drift drive, everything going, it's going to take you 4 days to get there. As everybody, you bring the loot back on board, everybody settles, maybe you pack it away in the cargo bays, that sort of thing. You guys take off. This is something that is probably new to about 50% of the crew. Tiny and Astra, you've no doubt had very unique experiences growing up the way that you did in ships, in colony life. You've had it very hard in different sorts of ways. But something like this, attacking and then boarding a ship, kill or be killed, and then cleaning them out to the victor go the spoils. This is probably pretty new for you guys. Burzin is a soldier. There's probably a lot of things that he did that people will never know about. Sawbones, he's been with Burzin for quite a while. They've probably gotten into a few shenanigans here and there. And, well, Yosoki have it generally pretty rough as well growing up. Burzin, how are you going to handle this as a captain? I'm sure you can appreciate the seriousness of what you guys just did. You're delivery drivers, you're Amazon workers who have just, knocked off the FedEx van. What do you say?
I mean, we didn't knock off the FedEx van. We were attacked by space goblins.
Knocked off the FedEx van.
And then took what was, as is our right, after scuppering their ship.
Scuttling.
Scuttling with the intergalactic maritime rules, we got to take their shit. That's how that works.
Absolutely,
and
absolutely.
Like I said, and Burzin got a rad new carpet out of it for his bed.
That's true, he did. It's represented on the map for those of us playing at home. I've put the carpet into Burzin's under his bed.
It's like a nice Persian rug.
It's quite nice.
So if the guys have any questions or if they have any concerns or want to raise any issues, he's happy for them to come to him with those issues. But for his part, this is nothing new for him. So in this galaxy, you've got to take what you can get when you can get it, sort of thing.
Okay, so it's fairly business as usual for Burzin. He's not going to approach anybody, anything like that. How's everybody else feeling about this situation that just happened? Maybe you're caught up in the moment and it all just happened. Maybe you did it and you liked it.
For Astra, this is definitely the first time that she's ever purposefully robbed. So normally on the ship that she's used to being on, it's more transportation, and if you find something you can salvage wreckage, but not so much when there's people on board. So this is definitely a new one for her. She's pretty good at following instructions though, so Burston told her to do stuff, so that's what she did. Feeling a little bit guilty about killing some goblins, but they didn't really stop shooting when they boarded and were given the opportunity. So she's fighting internally, but I think she'll do that as like a personal battle rather than come up and speak to the captain. So
yeah, for the folks at home, everybody please feel free to share your thoughts. No need to internalize.
Tiny thinks that what we did was acceptable and that killing them, they were trying to kill us. He's killed a lot of people recently. Like a lot. The majority of the deaths ended up being him either burning people alive or using magic force to knock them unconscious. I guess it's fine. I think he's more concerned with the cavalier attitude that his captain seems to take with like murdering and pillaging and kind of the moral gray line. And then I guess beyond all that, I don't know, I guess I'm just kind of questioning like what's the point of doing all this? Some of it, because it just seems like I don't know. It felt I wanted to fix their ship if we could, but it didn't seem like we could. Just to help them get out, just because I didn't want them to just die that way. And I guess the last little bit was I think Tiny's really, really frustrated with in the middle of the fight. There was just total chaos on our side. Like a lot of offers of trying to help from all around that were being ignored, and from him as well. So I think there's frustration there, but he's just doing the job. I don't know. He's probably he's a very like kind of, I don't know. He's just dealing with it.
Sure.
Is he like visibly stroppy on the ship? Like you can tell that there's something on his mind.
Yeah, I don't think he has much guile. I don't think he's very good at hiding how he feels. So yeah, I think he's just doing what he's been told to do. I don't think he feels that bad killing. I think he feels bad that like it's up to him to kill, and then also like he didn't want to really do this. He was like, if we're gonna do it, then let's either make it fast and easy, or let's just leave them or whatever. Like, we won. We didn't have to just
kill them.
Make it personal. You know what I mean? I think that's his perspective. So yeah, I think you could tell. I think everyone can probably tell that. Yeah.
Is he kind of like passively aggressively like leaving us out of his newsletter? Like the newsletter used to be all about us, and just the last couple of editions we've been noticeably absent.
I don't think he wrote a newsletter this time. I don't think he wrote one.
Wow. Now we know you're not happy. Yeah.
Yeah.
No photos.
Yeah.
Tiny, how's the newsletter going?
Oh, I'll do another one when we get to our next place. It'll be fun.
What do you mean? We're in a space battle. We boarded a ship, took pirate booty.
Yeah.
These are fun and not fun, but adventurous things that I thought you'd want to be telling your family about.
Whatever.
Okay, you don't want to talk. Okay. Well, good job.
Thanks, Captain.
You used your magic to great effect.
Yeah.
I got my eye on you, kid.
Tiny considers submitting a request to EdgeCorp for a reassignment.
Wow.
Oh,
Jeez.
That's really unhappy.
It's not that. It's weird, man. I don't know. He didn't want to do this. He didn't want to murder those people. I don't know.
it's not murder if they were trying to kill you.
Yeah, it wasn't murder. It's not like we tied them up and then just execution style blew their brains out.
I do think we did that. I think Tiny thinks
Yeah.
we did that. Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause we disabled the ship.
incapacitated their ship. That's the exact same thing as tying them up. They can't move.
Yeah.
They can't go anywhere. And then we boarded the ship and then blew their brains out.
Yeah.
And we tried to knock them unconscious to steal from them. I think Tiny feels very much so that was really messed up. You know, like, we won. We could have just left.
Hey, potato, potato. You know?
So, I mean, Tiny, I feel like this is knowledge that you would have. When a ship is disabled like that, it essentially just means the main systems are no longer functioning. All of the auxiliary systems and everything like that do still function. You can still communicate. Life support's still active. Everything like that. It's just your ship can't get up and go without being repaired first. If this had have happened in the middle of literally nowhere, you know, some dark space or something like that, yes, that would have absolutely been a death sentence, and leaving them there on the ship would have been particularly cruel. They would have frozen to death, most likely, when their ship eventually gave out. However, you guys were only an hour or so out of Akiton en route to the Drift Beacon. And so they probably are going to have an ally come to their aid and, you know, either rescue them or help them repair their ship or this or that. So, I mean, where you're from, something like this certainly very much could have been a death sentence.
Sure.
But here, if you like sit and think about this, you know, you get back on the ship, you're really thinking about it, and it's like, well, actually, hang on a second. No, they weren't that far away from civilization. Someone's probably going to come and get
That's
them.
fine.
the
I
few
still
that are
don't think
left.
we should have like boarded their ship to steal their shit and kill them when we were there, personally. But we did it, so we're doing it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that bit was fucked.
Yeah.
You're all fucked.
No, I'm
Yeah,
just saying,
so-
like
yeah.
Hey, they
that
didn't have
element
to
of it,
fight
and that element of it, Tiny didn't want to do that. Tiny, before we did it, said, "Let's just go, and let's move on." You know what I mean? Or let's just like blow them up if that's what you really want to do. If you're afraid of them, you know, like coming after us or something, let's blow them up. But then we got on the whole train of knocking them unconscious and then boarding it. So like and then when we did that, he was like, okay, well, let's just do it. If I'm gonna have to kill people, I have to kill people.
Tiny, what's your opinion on the loot side of things? Like, obviously, we're out here trying to live, you know, and make money, and you know, we've all got our own goals. We've all got our own goals, Tiny. So, you know, we're all out here, we're all trying to make our own money, and we've all got our own goals, right? It's not like we're lifelong edge corpers, so I don't think we all are. Maybe Burz it is, but we're trying to make some cash and do our thing, and we made a fair haul of cash. Like, are you not cool with the cash component of it? Like, if that opportunity to make $3 grand, or whatever it was, pops up again, and we have to kill a few gobbies, are you not cool with that?
You can't call them gobbies.
It's very different.
Gobbos.
You're asking Tiny if he feels like okay with just because for the making money. Tiny thinks that we shouldn't have done it. Tiny thinks that the money it wasn't worth the line that he had to cross to do it. He'd rather those goblins be alive, even if they're gonna go like terrorize other people or whatever, rather than be the executioner and then get paid for it. So if that was the case, he would still do it to defend and protect you guys, you know, and like, because you're part of his crew. But if the opportunity came up again, he'd say no, not worth doing it.
So from Sawbone's perspective, not morally conflicted too much at all. Like, very, you know, driven by money. I wouldn't be traipsing from one corner of the galaxy, living hand to mouth if I wasn't in it for the money. Probably the thing that Sawbones is maybe a bit disappointed in is he's much more timid than maybe what the other characters are. Like in fighting, you know, Sawbones is used to, if there's overwhelming odds or he feels under threat, a lifetime of, dropping smoke bombs and running sort of thing is his vibe. And I think, there was obviously a moment there where he thought he was outnumbered and outgunned and just flipped into, the default mode of
Survival mode.
Escape. Yeah. So I think Tiny's probably conscious that this crew he's running with is a bit different to previous crews that he's run with, where maybe they weren't as aggressive or they weren't as
You mean
brash
Sawbones?
and brazen.
You said tiny.
Sorry, yeah. What did I say?
Yeah, you said tiny.
Sorry, I'm in Sawbones. Fucking tired, man.
Stop trying to play my character.
So I don't know. I kind of reckon a little bit of a team meeting is in order to talk tactics, like a bit of a debrief. So I'm going to go to the common area, the kitchen, come lounge room, come fuck knows what else. Seems to be where everything else is.
How many times can you say come?
You know what? Don't make it dirty, Tom.
Yeah, it's an actual
I'm just gonna-
word.
It is.
Use in this.
Oh, I
for
know.
use
It's in very
circumstance.
very common usage here in Hong Kong.
Really? Why is that? Is that
Yeah,
because
man.
lots of things serve lots of other purposes? Like kitchen,
So
cum,
it says,
laundry,
like,
cum,
Recycling cum litter bins. And that's like what it
Isn't that
says
just
on
a
the,
bin?
on the,
Isn't
on
that
the
just a
bins.
normal bin? You just put both shit in one bin?
Yes, Mark. Yes, that's it. There's a series of bins together.
It's written in Cantonese first, and then it's translated to English, so that's the best translation that they could.
And it's these like oldies who work in the government who are like, well, no, this is the word we use. And these young people are like, guys, you can't use that word. And they're like, what do you know, young buck? We don't listen to you. And there was an interview once, and this woman said the worst one was when they used it. It was on kindergarten / something else. And so it's like kindergarten cum play area. It's like, okay.
That's gross.
It's just a word, Daniel. It's just a word.
So we're in the rec space, hey?
Yeah, and I'm just going to hit my little intercom and go... Sorry. Well, could I get everybody's attention? I'd like to have a bit of a chat in the rec room cum kitchen, if we can.
All right, Astra's
kitchen.
gonna.
What?
Oh gosh. Astra's gonna put down her little bantam she was fiddling with, and then head down to the rec room / kitchen.
That's not the word.
Burzin was like lying on his rug because it's been so long since he's actually like laid down on a carpet. And then he notices like how dirty it is because it's been in a goblin captain's bedroom. He's like, I gotta get this cleaned. Okay, I'll be in the cum kitchen soon. Sawbones.
Do you say that out loud, or that's just something you think?
No, I say that out loud.
Am I nearby?
Are you?
Okay, yeah. Well, I mean, if I overhear you say that, and I say, Captain, just 1 second, and I turn and I say, Alakazam, as I wave my claw over the carpet, and I use the cantrip token spell, where I can do cleaning. I can clean 1 foot cube, but I do it a few times to clean up the entire thing so it smells nice. It's like prestidigitation, but easier to say. Token spell.
Hey, what do you... Oh, it's clean. I wasn't aware you could use your magic for mundane things like cleaning carpet.
Yeah, it's not as cool, but I try.
Tiny, I had some reservations about you when you
What?
blasted those goons in an inferno.
Yeah.
But this is good. Thank you, Tiny.
And thank you for reminding me of the crimes that I've committed. Let's go to that meeting in the cum rec room.
What do you mean, crimes?
I walk off.
Maritime law.
It's only a few feet, so I
Tiny.
can still hear you because it's a really tiny
Tiny.
ship.
Tiny. Oh, okay. I guess I'll come to the cum kitchen Okay.
Can we now refer to that as this for the rest of the podcast?
Sawbones, when this is happening, Tiny's in there cleaning the rug, takes some time. Astra probably cleaning the grease off her hands, making sure everything's squared away before she comes out to see you. Shortly after you made this announcement, the portside cargo door opens, and Brandon's there, and his head's down, and he just slowly walks up to you, and he looks up, and he's not really making eye contact with you. He says, "Sawbones, did I need to be in the meeting?"
Oh, Brandon, me boy. You seem a little bit sad. Is everything all right?
Yeah. I'd rather not talk about it if it's okay. But do you need me here for the meeting?
No, you're okay. You can go and clean the kitchen or whatever you were doing.
All right, I'll go find something then. And he just goes back through the port cargo hold. Door closes.
So as everyone walks in, I'm sitting in the chair. I've got one of my old volumes out, one of my old medical books. I say, so listen, everybody. I've noticed since we got back from that little goblin escapade that everyone seemed a little bit off. Even as recently as walking here, I heard Tiny, you were arguing with the captain and making references to crimes that may or may not have been committed. So I can tell everyone's feeling a little bit off. And so I was doing some light reading in this book, and it said that it's a good idea when everyone's had a bit of a traumatic experience for everyone to get together and typically form a circle of some sort, and then we talk about how we feel about things. And I guess I wanted to start.
Sorry. What? I do want you to start. What book is that?
This book here.
Yeah.
It's called Great Psychological Insight, and it's by the famous space psychologist Martin Luther Green. And he's very well known. He has a lot of stuff to say. Look, you can't take it all as fucking gospel, because he's got chapters about your relationship with your mother and how that can really affect kind of your other interactions, and it gets a bit weird towards the end. But he does have this great section on dealing with trauma and team building, and so I thought it would be a good opportunity for us to have a little bit of a chat about what happened, because I don't know about you. And I'm sort of like going to put the book down and cross my and get very serious. I don't know about all of you, but that was a very intense experience. I've had trouble sleeping since the goblin incident, and I've been reflecting a little bit on my own behavior. And I want to acknowledge a few things. Tiny, I know that you were not keen to go and murder those goblins like we did, and so I want to acknowledge.
I don't think they used the word murder in your trauma and team building. But
well, look,
accidentally kill.
Yes, okay, self-defense. It was whatever makes you feel good about what we did.
Nobody
you can call it.
Never makes me feel good.
You can call it whatever you like. It actually, yes, you can call it whatever you like.
This is a shit book.
And look, all I want to say is to me, that was a bit of a schmozzle. That whole thing was a bit of a schmozzle. I don't think that we behaved well as a team. I don't think we listened to each other, and I don't think we were particularly aligned from a tactical perspective in terms of how we tackled that whole thing. So I thought it would be good. If anyone's got any shit they want to get off their liver, now's a good opportunity. If you want to complain about anyone or get something off your chest, I think now's a good time to do it. And then we can all move on and we can become a good team again. But I do think one of the things we should do is we should try to just have a bit of a chat about how we tackle those sort of situations in future, so that we don't have a situation where Tiny's running off and I'm popping smoke grenades and everyone else is running into the fire. So does anyone want to start? How does everyone feel about what happened in there?
Well, first of all, Sawbones, maybe don't pop smoke at the first chance you get. Really, when we talk about a schmozzle, you really screwed the pooch on that one there. So, I gotta say.
Yeah. So, Captain, it says here I should thank you for your openness and your honesty. So, thank you,
Hey.
and I take your criticism,
No problem.
and I'll take that on board next time. Thanks.
Wow.
Does anybody else have anything they want to share?
This is not how I was expecting this to go. Anyone? No? Okay. I'll go. And he like pulls up a chair, sits on it backwards, like he's a one of the cool kids. He's like rapping with some teenagers.
Look at him sit.
I know you kids don't think I'm hip hop or street, but let me tell you.
Swings a leg over. All I'll say is, you say murder, I say engagement. We scuttled their ship, and we have every right to take their stuff, essentially. We boarded their ship, they defended themselves, and we defended ourselves. From my perspective, we won the day, we got what we needed to get, and now we can sell off those things and make bank. We're in the clear, and I mean, they were criminals. They attacked us, the pirates.
Yes. So thank you for sharing your thoughts there, Captain. That's very valuable. I'm wondering if anyone else on the crew has any... Do they disagree or do they agree with what the captain's saying?
Do we have like a stick that we're passing around or something?
A conch.
Anyone? No?
No, Astra's pretty uncomfortable about this whole thing.
Yeah.
No, she still
This is
feels
all
bad about the
uncomfortable
dog.
for Tiny.
Yeah, I'm not feeling open at all to discuss this.
No. Yeah.
Just gonna be sitting there picking my nails, thinking about the dog, and that beautiful picture of them cuddling up on the beach, thinking,
Okay.
they might have been pirates, but they had hearts too.
Yeah.
I'll say this. You're my
Tiny.
crew.
Yeah.
And I'll defend all of you if people are attacking you. But if we're in another position like that, I'll probably stay on the ship, and then you can have Brandon, because he's a real asset to the team. So he'll come out and he'll be there for you guys. So I'll tag him in, because I don't know if I feel comfortable doing that again.
Okay. Well, thank you for sharing, Tiny. That's good. That's good to know. That's good to know.
So, Tiny, say, these pirates, we leave them alone, they repair their ship, and Captain Reeg goes out and attacks, kills other people. You're fine with that on your conscience?
I say we report them to the authorities, and then they'll lock them up, and I don't make choices for that captain.
Okay, but the authorities on Akaton are lackluster at best. I'm not gonna stop those guys. A bit of vigilante justice might have been what they needed.
I mean, Captain, you definitely made sure that decision was made. So, fair enough.
Sure. Okay.
Either way, I think we could have either left or, not killed him. But, it is what it is. We'll have to deal with it.
Okay.
Well, you might have to. I've already moved on. Next time I'd say, if we're in a situation, unless
it's not like we came back and it's not like we offered to salvage their ship while they were still on it. You know what I mean? We at least left them alive. That would have been really dark if we did that.
Oh no, I considered that, definitely. But I by the time that those last three goblins had given up, I thought, it might be best to leave these guys alone. I was going to put the call into EdgeCorp to come and salvage the ship to see if there was any more money we could have made, but killing them outright like that just didn't sit well with me.
I guess I have a question for everyone then, because what we just did was unofficial company stuff. In that case, do we get an equal vote when we do that, or are we just following what you do, Kat?
Sorry, in which case?
I'm asking how do we operate, because this isn't in the manual, and I study the manual pretty effectively.
Well, in my experience, from my past, you always follow your captain's orders.
In the military.
Yeah. So that tends to be my expectation. I mean, if in the moment you want to have a philosophical conversation about what we should and should not be doing when we've got goblins firing at us, then, I'll have that conversation with you, but I will be defending myself.
Fair enough.
this isn't something new to me, guys. I've done this kind of thing many times before. In my life before EdgeCorp, I've done a lot of things I wasn't proud of. And before then, I was a soldier. So I don't want to try to justify the things I've done, but killing goblins, it's not something that really keeps me up at night. I've done far worse to far better people.
So this is exactly the sort of conversation that my book tells me is very healthy when you're trying to maintain relationships in close quarters like we are. So thank you both for being so open and willing to share. I guess I'm interested, Captain, to know if such a situation eventuates again, where some goblins or some other type of nefarious space pirate
Cultists,
type,
monsters, aliens.
any of the above, yeah. If that happens again, would you hope that we would disable and board the ship and loot them again? Like, is this just a routine thing for how you think we should operate? Or, will you take some of the feelings of the other people in the crew into account when you're making your decisions in future, do you think?
Am I going insane? You can hear me, right? Everyone can hear me?
Yep.
Okay, it was just weird because it was like the exact same question I asked.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh.
I said if this happens again, do we all get an equal vote?
Oh, right. Well, yeah, you were talking about the vote. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, it sounds.
Answer the question, Captain.
Sounds like you're repeating questions now. Am I on trial here?
I'm not saying you are,
Do
but
you people not agree with the course of action that I chose?
I would love clarification on aliens and monsters. Being a giant lizard, that's my norm. And I grew up with Yosoki, so that's also my norm. Humans, on the other hand, kind of alien monsters to me.
They're the real monsters, huh? That's what you're trying to say?
I mean, that's normally the moral. Yeah.
All along, they were the real monsters. And this story is no exception.
At the end of the day, we were attacked by pirates, and I was not willing to let that go. So, if we could, like I said, sometimes vigilante justice is what's called for. And if in doing so, I'm able to make some more money that I can send back home, then I'm going to do it. I'm happy to share the spoils with my crew and know that I've got your back. I need to know that you've got mine.
Well, look, Captain, I've got your
I've
back.
got your back.
Just yeah. For the record, I'm right there with you, and I too have some need of money and loot to store away. So look, I'm okay with it. I've just sensed some discord in the crew since the event, and I thought it would be worthwhile talking about it. So, there's no use going around in circles. Unless anyone else has got anything they want to say, I think we can all agree that we've got each other's back still, and to put it all behind us.
Sure. Like I said, I'm not losing any sleep over some dead goblins. But I do understand that if this is new to you, then it is something that you'll need to get used to. And he looks pointedly at Astor and Tiny.
Tiny has no guile, he's not going to keep things in. Says, I believe you believe that. I hope one day you won't.
Sure, kid.
But I will defend you and everyone here.
Deny you, Tiny.
And then I look at Brandon because we're near the kitchen, and I say, everyone. Just like my shoulders slump down.
He's not there.
I thought he was in the kitchen, cleaning up the kitchen.
No, I think he went out the port door again.
Oh, okay. I look off to where Brandon would be, and I sigh.
Just while we're all here, I think there's a little bit of an elephant in the room that we need to talk about, and that is Brandon. Just while you sort of mention the poor boy, what the fuck are we gonna do with this kid, eh? Are we gonna how long are we gonna let him hang around the ship? Do you reckon?
Well, I know that he's not as young as he looks, but he looks really young. So I don't want him going into a situation and being taken advantage of. I'm also not 100% sure how this time monster affected his brain. Like, Has his mindset gone back to that of a 14-year-old?
He's so brooding and depressed. Like, just looking at him makes me feel a bit fucking unhappy. Like, we have to either cheer this little kid up or we have to fuck him off, because I can't have him moping about the ship.
Or we drop him back off where we got him. His family's looking for him.
It's very far out of the way, Tiny.
They care about him.
Sure, yeah, no, they do.
Why don't we ask what he wants?
Yeah, what does he want?
Yeah, good idea.
I agree.
I sort of like tap the comms. Hey, Brandon, could you come and join us in the kitchen cum rec room when you get a moment?
/ rec room.
Kitchen/cum rec room.
After about a minute or so, the port side doors open. And he comes in, walks in slowly. He's looking down again. This is the second time you've seen him. Recently, Sawbones. He's not really making eye contact with anybody. And he kind of like glances up for a moment and then looks down again. Yeah.
So, Brandon, listen, my boy. You've been sort of walking around with your head down. You've been avoiding making eye contact, and I have it on good authority from my books that these are all signs of anxiety and or depression. So I guess we just wanted to take this opportunity to have you talk about how you're feeling, openly in a public forum in front of all of your crewmates, and then have a conversation with you about what you think your long-term sort of prospects or desires are here on the Pig. Can you start by telling us what's wrong with you and why you're moping about the ship?
Swallows and takes a breath. It's gonna sound stupid, but it's my birthday today.
Oh.
And
can I just ask, do you count your years from like after you were time warped or before? Like, is it your 18th or your 15th birthday? How do you reconcile that in your head?
And he looks up at you, and you can see now that he's looking at you that his face is flushed, his eyes are red. I don't know. It's supposed to be my 18th birthday today, and Anya and I, we're always going to celebrate big for it. It's a rite of passage as well. My dad always says you become a man earlier on the colonies, but there's always a big celebration when you hit 18, and for Anya and I, it represented that maybe we could make our own way in the galaxy and maybe make our own life or something. And I just can't stop thinking about her.
Well, kid, space is a harsh mistress.
He nods.
I've lost people in my life. But, do you want to go home? What do you want to do?
Takes a breath and kind of squares himself up. No, I there's nothing for me there. What, there's a life just slaving away. My dad thinks I'm going to follow in his footsteps and lead a bunch of nobodies to nothing. That planet's got nothing.
Yeah, you're telling me.
They're living on a dream there. There's nothing there. Oh, they export tea. Wow, okay. These corporations, they couldn't find anything there. They think... He stops himself and kind of clears his head a second. He looks back up at you. Captain, I understand if you can't keep me here as a part of your ship. I know you guys are tight together, but if you can't keep me here, that's okay. But I would like to stay. I've been learning plenty from Astra. She's just been teaching me things. I know I'm not as good as Anya was. She was natural with this stuff, but I think I can be useful.
While this is going on, Astra's going to go over and just quietly grab some glasses and some heavy top shelf and bring it over to the table while you're chatting.
Yeah.
Pouring out some shots. Definitely shot worthy.
I mean, EdgeCorp Employee Manual, Section 18, Clause 7 clearly says that you have to apply for a job to be able to work on ship. It's everybody's got the ability to do that. So, I mean, you can submit your application, and if you get assigned to the ship, then that's great. Also, happy birthday.
He nods. Okay. I didn't know there was an application that I had to submit. I'll submit any applications. I'll take any tests that I need to take, but don't just send me back.
Yeah, kid, there's some pretty intense psychometric testing. They insert needles into your brain.
What?
Nah, I'm just joking. That's not real, no.
Oh.
So listen, Brandon. Mate, I'm sorry it's your birthday, and I can understand why you're cut up. You're away from your family. You're a widow at a very young age. That's a lot to deal with out here in the vastness of space. Look, on the plus side, you've got plenty of time to find another love of your life and move on. It's not like it happened when you're in your 40s or your 50s, when it's kind of hopeless from there. But you've got plenty of time. So listen, I like you, kid. I think you've got a lot of, it takes a lot of strength to go out on your own with such harsh circumstances. And listen, I'm something of a bookworm myself. I like to read, about processes and things. Not as much as Tiny, maybe. He seems to have a biblical knowledge of the clauses and the verses of the Edge Corp operation manual, so I wouldn't pretend to hold a candle to Tiny.
When you spend years trying to get a job, it means a lot to you to get that job. And it feels really good when you work really hard to get that job, and then all your hard work pays off and you're with the crew for the first time ever. That feels like you earned it. Tiny smiles. He's unaware.
And so,
Brandon,
Brandon,
of what he's saying.
I'd love for you to... I'd love for you to feel the same satisfaction as what our friend Tiny there does. So if you like, mate, I'd be happy to sit down with you, and for your birthday, I'll help you fill out the application form. I'm sure the captain would give you a good reference, and the fact that you've been working with us for so many months, I'm sure we can put in a good word with Edge Corp, and they'll even give you, I reckon they'll even give you an apprenticeship here on the ship. Now, you won't earn as much money as the rest of us do, just to be clear, because you've got to, slug your balls off for a good 3-4 years before you earn as much as the rest of the crew. But because it's your birthday, I'd be happy to sit down and help you figure it out. How does that sound, kiddo?
He's nodding. Yeah, that sounds good, Soulburns. Thank you.
Okay, great. Astra, what have you got there? This looks celebratory.
It's just some of the stuff that we found on the ship. It's some of the, I don't know, it's brown.
Oh, yeah.
Moonshine.
I sort of, I reach out, and from my fingertips, the chem analyzer comes out and dips into the liquid to find out what it is.
Gross.
They're sterile, everybody. Don't worry. Just because I store them in my fingertips that I use to wipe my ass with, it's fine. It's not a problem.
Ratty little long fingernailed fingertips.
I also use them to pick my nose occasionally. It's great.
Well, Astra, pour those shots.
Can do.
And Burzin leans in close to Brandon. He's like, you want to talk about big celebration, kid? I'm turning 18. Do you know where we're going?
No, I don't know.
Oh, kid, we're going to the sun. You know what's at the sun?
It's gas, radiation.
No,
he's trying to remember his studies.
No, not the chemical composition of the sun. You know what's at the sun?
No.
Well, there's casinos, there's women, there's liquor. I'm sure there's all kinds of crazy space drugs you could get yourself into.
Space drugs.
You want to have a party. You want to have a big celebration for turning 18. Well, we're going to the right place for you.
Oh, count me in, Captain. That sounds amazing.
Right?
Shall we take him out and really show him the town? What do you think for his 18th birthday?
Hey, we'll make a man out of this kid yet. And he slaps him on the back and they all do shots.
And as we zoom out, there's a montage. It's like, bow, 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 bow. And then just
Tiny's
cut
like
to
brooding in the corner
Sun.
away from the rest of
No,
us.
Tiny's fine. He's just not going to drink. He doesn't drink.
It's just like
he
it's them-
throws it into the plant behind.
and then he like token spells it to be clean. Yeah, that's like you see him throwing shots back, and then you see him having like target practice, like throwing stuff in the cargo bay and shooting it out of the air. And they
Apples on someone's head. He's like, no, I got this.
They're like making a house out of cards, out of space cards, and then you see like he's like Burzin and Brandon are in the bathroom, and Brandon's vomiting, and he's just like patting his back, like, you'll be fine. And then it ends up like Burzin wakes up passed out on his carpet. Huh?
Tiny's cleaning it again.
No, Tiny's not cleaning it.
Not this time.
All right, and now I have to give out a few tokens for the role-playing there. One to Ben, one to Mark, one to Daniel for that entire discussion that you guys had. Everybody had some really great things to say. Mark, I was especially impressed with your with your counseling.
Pseudo psychologist.
Yeah. But no, really good stuff, guys. It was good fun.
Burzin goes to Sawbones the next day. He's like, "Hey, have you got that book? I was really intrigued by the relationship with your mother affecting other parts of your life."
Yes. Yes. Why am I Russian? Oh, yes, son. Yes, you can have it. Just don't trust me. Don't read too much into it. I reckon it's bullshit. It's actually there are other books in my library that contradict it. So go and read it and take from it what you will.
Well,
But-
I don't have a weird relationship with my mother. It's just interesting,
No, I know it'll be for a friend. That's okay. Yes.
Yeah. It's that someone in my unit from way back when. Yeah, Falk, I think his name was. Anyway, thanks. He like grabs a book and goes back to his room, furiously reading.
Okay. Now, is there anything that anybody was super keen to do during this drift journey?
Yeah, I'm really interested in getting Brandon up to speed with the guns. If we've got like 2 guns now and not enough people to shoot them, I need to get him proficient on them. So I'm going to spend some time, in an asteroid field along the way, trying to, assuming we go through one, just shooting the gun and teaching him how to actually use it properly. Because
Yeah, sure. I mean, it's the drift. There's always something to shoot.
There's always debris.
yeah,
Exactly. Yeah, absolutely. So, yeah, you're teaching him, mentoring him, this and that, and he seems to be taking to it. He seems like a fairly fast learner.
nice.
And he seems to have a bit of a knack for it. Yeah.
Burzin wants to take the auto target rifle that he took from the corpse of Captain Reeg, and he's like reacquainting himself with long arms. But like as much as he uses it over the next couple of days, he aims off, or it feels weird in his hands. He's become so accustomed to not using them that he's kind of struggling to get the feel back for it.
Yeah.
That, and he sends an email to his mum. Started reading this book.
Hey, do you need 2 gunners? One for each gun, or is it one gunner can choose which gun to shoot?
You can, but you need to switch per round.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like we're down a spot, aren't we? So we've got like the engineering, we've got the science officer, and then we've got someone that has to run from one of those to the gunners all the time. Or we're missing a
No,
science.
I usually just take the gunner, and Ben does science and engineering, I think. Switches between the two. Is that right,
well,
Ben?
should we train him up for something there then? Like chuck him down in engineering?
No, but you can't shoot. If we've got 2 guns, we need 2 gunners.
Okay, so it is worth having...
I think that was a good idea,
Yeah,
too.
okay.
Right.
Yeah.
I was just trying to think. Yeah, we should skill him up in more than one spot so we can move him around if we need to.
Yeah, and that's certainly something you could do. You know, maybe continue on. You know, he's in the workshop with you.
Yeah.
And yeah,
that's my plan.
Yeah, that's that. Yeah,
Do you have like a full
nice.
character sheet for him, Tom?
And I mean, you know, how long's a piece of string?
That's
Mark?
a yes, no.
About as long as a character sheet, I'd have thought. But
Who knows? So no, Mario, that's that's nice. I like that. It's I think that's to be expected. He's taken an interest in, you know, the workshop before and the mechanical things that you're doing in there. And you know, as you're in there and you're kind of discussing these things a bit more, maybe he's watching you work on Bantam a little bit and, you know, following you around the ship and making repairs, things like that. You know, are you letting him make some repairs and things like that as well under guidance?
Absolutely. That's the best way for people to learn. Hands-on stuff. That's how I was taught. So definitely.
And something you notice as well is, you know, as you're doing this and that, you know, he more than once he's casually, or at least he thought it was casually, brought up Desna a few times.
Oh, interesting.
You know, since that first kind of discussion when he saw the pendant and you said she's the god of travelers, freedom, luck, you feel like maybe it struck a chord with him.
Ooh. I wonder who's following us around. Yeah, so I'm going to do, you know, the sneaky thing where you find one of those little pamphlets that the Jehovah's have like put in your letterbox. I'm going to just sort of like find one of those and just sneakily put it near the workspace and see if he's going to, you know, investigate the leaflet a little bit.
Yeah. And
indoctrinate him.
You know, maybe on the third or fourth day, that sort of thing. Comes in workshop in the morning, you know, meet me at this time, you know, 7 a.m. sharp, be there. And he comes in and, you know, brings you your morning coffee, that sort of thing.
Awesome.
He's kind of trying to learn your routine, you know, a very eager apprentice. And as he's sitting there, like kind of just looking around the workshop, you know, he notices it. He's like, hey, what's this about? Desna?
Absolutely. Yeah, it's what keeps me going out here in space. She's the guiding light, keeps me on track. You should read this. She like pushes it slightly over in his direction.
Yeah, he takes it and looks at the front. It's maybe a beautiful design on the front with the butterfly, you know, the galaxy behind it, that sort of thing. He kind of just quickly flicks through, and as he's looking at it, you know, you can tell he's thinking about something, and he just turns to you and says, hey, what? I don't know if it's okay to ask or not. You know, religion wasn't huge where I'm from, but is it okay to ask why you follow Desna? What got you into this?
I think for me, it's looking out into space, seeing all of the stars and knowing that there really is something that drives us. There's something out there that keeps us safe and keeps us on track. And Desna, she's always there. She'll keep you safe. She'll find you a lucky way. You just gotta listen. Space is quiet, but if you stay quiet and you listen, you'll find it. You'll find your way.
And as you say that, you see like a pang of sadness hit his face as, you know, it's pretty clear his thoughts are turning towards Anya. I'll be honest, you know, on like the infosphere and things like that, I did a little bit of research as well, and, you know, a lot of these things, they say that things happen for a reason. Do you think that's true?
Absolutely. It's all part of the plan. You just got to believe in it. It was her time, not yours. Your luck is still to come.
Maybe I'll have a read of this. I'll read it on my break. Don't worry, I'm not going to read it now. Well, you know, first order of business.
Absolutely. It passes over a spanner.
Yeah. picks it up and, he looks at it and identifies it out loud to you.
Learn quickly.
Yeah. And then he kind of safely and carefully stows the pamphlet away. So the last couple days pass in the drift, and you guys are approaching the sun. Everybody's strapped in. You come out of the drift. Everyone violently vomits everywhere.
Shot the smallest amount.
just a little bit.
Oh.
If anybody needs me, I'll be in my quarters.
I'll be back. Oh.
I'll be in the head. All right. There's a couple of main... Burzin is from the sun, right?
No. Burzin originally from the sun, but he moved to Versite with his mum and his Kasathan stepdad.
Okay, how old was he when he left?
Oh, maybe 8 or 9.
Okay, so he doesn't remember much. Anyway, so this is a delivery for the Koldaran Mining Corporation from Akiton to the Burning Archipelago.
That we haven't looked at.
Yeah, it's because we know that they're a bunch of sarcophagi. We don't have to look it up. Got it.
With minerals.
Yeah, they're mummies. Yeah, we don't want to mess with that shit.
Yeah, there's a lot of curses.
Sorry, I love that everyone just straight away jumped on the mummy thing.
This is. I feel like this
Yeah,
is
we're
all.
here to deliver
This
the
is all
mummies,
coming back
guys.
to your obsession that you're reading about, Dan. This is like you're obsessed with mummies.
We've got a real fixation on mummies.
Well, whatever it may be inside those crates, you'll have to find out next time, as we will leave our episode there for this week. Star Raiders is an Arcane Focus Network production. Be sure to rate and review us on your favorite podcast app. You'd be amazed how much it helps us spread the word. Looking for more adventure? Head to arcanefocusnetwork.com.